Yeah, you know how with a slow dog.
Yeah, no, that
So
actually
between the legs, between the legs,
better.
between the
Yeah.
legs.
But
But as soon as I do a front, then I have to do 10 between the legs, between the legs.
Yeah.
But his fronts are nice, I think.
yeah.
Move it. Here. Push.
Very nice. And look at that dog capable of coming in straight. Good job.
Yeah. So and the other thing is plus, I can't do finishes very often because he'll anticipate.
Yeah.
I can't do on my send outs. One time I put the plots in his whole life. One time I put the plots. 3 times after that he anticipated it. So I'm just not going to put the plots with until the trial.
Yeah.
Is it trying so hard or is it a drive issue? Or a little bit of both?
I don't know if it's a drive issue as much as
whatever it is.
Yeah, he's
whatever it is, I
anticipating.
can't.
Yeah, he's anticipating the next thing.
Yeah.
For Phelan, who never, honestly, he's not. So Phelan is not. He is not the highest drive dog out there, but he's never lacked in drive. But he has anticipation issues. So like any, we don't do like a lot of where if we send him into a blind we send him into a blind and he did beautifully. You're done. Don't do another one because the next time he comes in, he will change it every single time. He will try to find, for some reason, he will change it just slightly as if he can get a better jackpot that time.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So, he's always been that way. It was something that we had to learn the hard way. And so, I couldn't overtrain him in some regards. Whereas like on the flip side is tracking, I had to overtrain his tracking to get the goal. So it's kind of finding the level for him.
So
I still wonder if for your recall,
Yeah.
I wonder, honestly, like if you had even a flirt pole or something,
Yeah, and
something that really moves.
yeah. Or if I crack a whip.
Yeah.
I mean, any of that.
Yeah.
The attraction. Now, I'll tell you what happened. We were training with Chris.
Yeah.
And Chris has a very different philosophy.
Yeah.
I always trained with going between the legs,
Yeah.
teaching a recall, especially with a dog like this, to come in fast by making a lot of attraction. Chris said, don't do that because then the dog will forever look for that. And if you don't do that in the trial, then you're actually making your dog slow.
Okay.
And I understand what he's saying,
Yeah.
but I don't know that his answer is keep doing recalls and reward in the front, make the reward bigger here so he'll want to come to you faster, which I know probably works with some dogs, but it's not working for me with him.
I would disagree with that because what you're doing, if you're being noisy and busy and whatever he likes, you're actually creating, they've done studies on it, you're actually creating a response in the brain. When they hear their name, they perk up and they're like, oh, this thing's gonna happen. They're not thinking the next step ahead. They're not going, I heard my name, but she's not moving, so I think I'm gonna slow down today.
Okay, so it's putting that track down in the brain. What it is.
It's the same
So
idea
then-
of hearing a whip.
Yeah,
They hear that whip, and it's not that they have to see a helper. They feel that emotion.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing and exciting him and
then
doing
I'll go
what
back to
beats.
doing that.
Yep.
I'll go back to doing long, fast
Yeah.
recalls where I turn and run from him sometimes.
Yep.
Crack a
You
whip.
can do restrained recalls.
Yeah. With Peter. Yeah.
Yeah.
between my legs and all of that.
Or a drag weight, even if you have a
Oh,
harness,
that's a
put
good
something
idea,
heavy
yeah.
behind him and make him run with it.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. That's good for muscle building too.
Yeah, and we sped up Krista Aesop's dog for his retrieve because his retrieve is very slow with having a helper behind her. So
Oh, nice.
so throw comes in front, and as soon as he's front out through the legs, helper hold and bark grip.
Oh, cool.
And so,
wow, that's imaginative.
And we did it for a
Wow.
while where it was throw, he'd go out, as soon as he touched the dumbbell, like we had to be careful, I just picked it up.
Right.
Yes. He still had to commit to go through her legs.
Right.
Because we didn't want him coming in sideways
Sure.
looking for anything. He had to
Going
go
front,
through her
yeah.
legs, and then he could go to the helper, and then we just kind of back chained it. So,
Okay. To sum it up, because I think it's probably her turn now. To sum up, what I need to work on this week or longer, because we don't know how long until we all get shut down because of what's going on. But work on backing up with the fence since I don't have anyone. Doing the one step back. Also,
slow down, make sure he is on that very first step. He's
actually
moving backwards. He is not going sideways and then coming in. He needs to, and that's going to be, it's getting better. It's way better. But that takes a lot of, like we talked about this, that core strength of, he has to push on his front end and lift his whole rear behind him. It's easier to slide. And now you're standing.
That's true.
And move.
That's a good point.
So it takes a lot. But and especially that's why I might keep the toy in my hand, because he's doing this and he's pushing, and it's probably really hard on his body.
Yeah, so like, having it down here.
So having the toy off to the side of him, so he's not staring at the toy at the same time.
So then he's naturally up off his butt.
Yep.
Good point.
And then
finding foos.
Finding foos, He knows foos. You've got to, like, especially this last one. It was beautiful, but you do a lot of help.
Exactly, and I have to stop that. And because that's his cue is my help. And then also work on the recalls. The speeding up things like we talked about.
Motions look perfect.
Thanks.
There's
and also his stand out of motion. The way I taught it was this, Tay, and then moved on from there to Tay after like Tay like that. But I like what you showed her about doing it from the sit. Because if I do it from the sit, here, let me see if I'll do it.